Hello, everybody. Hey, how you doing? Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. I was going to say I'm feeling better, but then I cough like crazy. I've been coughing a lot today. I think it's allergies. It can't be COVID again. Wash that down a little bit. Or we're waiting on folks to join. Coopedup.com is my website. You can check out. I have like a million things I keep meaning to post there, and then I don't get around to it, and then blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. Follow me on other social channels if you are not. Instagram, I'm Cooped Up is my handle in most places. And then if you want to get notified whenever I go live, post new stuff, all of that, Michelle Condre, I'm looking at you. Click the notification bell so that you know that I have come live. Mama, good to see you. And you beat everybody. So it says Cheryl and then Monica, who's first, and then Jody. I beat. Yep. On my end, it shows my mama first. So, sorry, just hacking away here. What a long day it was today. And not even like a bad day. Like nothing bad happened. It's just like 12 o'clock rolled around. I texted my sister this at 12 and Carrie also at 12. And I'm like, it's only 12 o'clock. What? I've already done something today. That's one of my favorite memes, Titus Andromedon from Kimmy Schmidt. But I've already done something today when he doesn't want to do something. Hey, Eric. And my mama is always first. I know she is. Monica says she's a cheater. She cheats. But I can't believe it's 4:30. I feel like it just feels like a long day today. Like I did all the things, but I didn't actually. Let me adjust this screen a little bit. Need a haircut's what I need. So my haircut was scheduled while I had COVID, and so I had to reschedule it, and it's this Wednesday. So it got bumped by like 2 or 3 weeks. But on Wednesday, I will have a little freshened up blonde and a cut. Also did not wash it this morning. I didn't even take a shower this morning. I took one yesterday and then didn't do shit. So I was like, nope, just pulling some water through my hair and some product. That's what I did. So I did something this weekend that I have never done in my life. And I should have led with this. I made homemade fried chicken. I have never, ever, ever done that in my life. Not sure I will again. And it wasn't bad. It was just hard. So, and actually, it's not even hard. So, back up. I was watching Magnolia Table. That's Joanna Gaines's cooking show. I love the Gaineses. I know some people are like, shiplap this and all that. I love them. I love everything about them. I try to watch Fixer Upper when I can. I was watching her cooking show. And it was the final episode of this season. And she did fried chicken dinner, which I actually copied the link to the recipes that we used. Let's see, how do I copy the link? Copy link. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it into the comments here so you have the recipes that I'm talking about. Yeah, right there. So her favorite meal supposedly is fried chicken and mashed potatoes and coleslaw and strawberry pie. Well, I didn't do all of that. I did the fried chicken. And I'm known for my mashed potatoes. My mom's recipe, which my mom got from my grandmother, but other side of the family. She stole it from my dad's mom. Like everyone loves them, raves about them, special requests them, just the best, right? So I was like, okay. And Joanna Gaines is just raving about this recipe. And, she's like, well, she's half white, I guess, just Waco people. So maybe they know good mashed potatoes there, right? Like country mashed potatoes. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to make her fried chicken and I'm going to make the mashed potatoes. So fried chicken, first of all, is a simple 63-step process that has to be babysat the entire time. Well, sort of. 14 minutes to fry, and you have to have a thermometer to make sure the oil is staying at or around between 330 and 350. The chicken came out a little darker than I meant it to, but it was good, and it was brined with buttermilk and hot sauce before that, and then dredged and let to come to room temperature and then fried. And Beth, who is watching, she's already like, this is not interesting to me because Beth does not cook. Beth makes reservations. But then the mashed potatoes, Todd was watching it and he was like, that sounds like it might be good, Cooper. You might need to try that mashed potato recipe. So I'm like, okay, I am fine. So it takes 6 large Yukon Gold potatoes, right? Actually, I think I used 12 small ones, but still the Yukon Gold ones for creaminess. For 6 potatoes, it was 2 sticks of butter. She actually recommends 3, but says that 2 will do you enough. That's a lot of butter. Potatoes can take them. So much salt, because you got to have really salty mashed potatoes. And she boils garlic cloves in the water and then also puts them in the butter. And it also had, it's supposed to have sour cream in it. I am highly allergic to sour cream. I will shit my pants if I eat sour cream. I kid you not. Like literally, I'm just like, oh, this is delicious. Oh, wait, does this have sour cream in it? I kid you not. I've soiled many a car that way. TMI. And then it also has cream cheese in it. So I was like, okay, we're going to give this a try. And the kids were like, no, don't mess with your recipe. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. So I made it and everyone's kind of like, okay, this is the new recipe. So damn it. It was really, really good. Next time I'm going to put more butter in it also. So I am going to go for the 3 sticks of butter for 6 potatoes. It's so much butter, but really good. I did not make the other stuff. I did not make the coleslaw. I did not make the strawberry pie, anything like that. That I was done after the fried chicken. But here's the other thing. It takes so long. You have to cook it in batches, and it's 14 minutes each batch. So right there, if you do 2 batches, and I did 3 batches of chicken, that's already what, like 45 minutes of cooking? So I started at like 5:30, and we still ate at like 7. But it was really good. Monica is saying frying chicken was a mess. So actually, I didn't find it to be that messy because I used like my big Le Creuset cast iron pot and I put like 1.5 gallons of canola oil in it so that it fully submerged it. I think that frying chicken becomes messy if you're just doing it in kind of a thinner layer of oil. But when it was fully submerged, it was just kind of bubbling at the top. And I had the thermometer in it telling me how it was. I did wear an apron. Jody's like, I hope you didn't fry chicken in the nude. No, but I did. I was like, ooh, I'm going to get an oil spot on my shirt. So I went and put my apron on. Todd has a chef's jacket that he wears when he cooks. And Beth likes what I said about her cooking prowess. Beth's mother, on the other hand, is a fantastic cook and cooks all of the Italian delicacies. But the fried chicken was excellent. I'm not going to lie. I had it for lunch again today. It was tremendously tasty. I liked that way it was brined before, all of that. It was so good. So if you do like fried chicken and you like to make it at home, click on that recipe. It's from Magnolia. It's from her cookbook, Magnolia Table, I think is what it's called. The show is called Magnolia Table, and I think that's her cookbook name as well. Very good in those potatoes. Oh, yummy potatoes. What else? What else did I do this weekend? Oh, I have come to the realization. Oh, I got my readers. I have a variety. I have the tortoise shell ones. I have the black ones. These are all cheap little. I have some red ones. I have another ones that are blue that are downstairs. And I actually have 2 black ones, 2 tortoise shells, a red and a blue. And they are as cheap as they sound. But I'm like, if I'm going to get into this, I'm going to ease myself into this. Ordered 6 pair for $12 on Amazon. They were delivered the next day. So I did use them to read like some packaging. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be that person. But back to what I was saying is, so one of the things I discovered this weekend, you know, I got this Cricut machine. For those of you who don't know, Cricut is this crafting machine that, like, I don't know, it not laser cuts, but it cuts stuff out of all kinds of different paper, vinyl, plastic, cloth. Like, and you use this computer program to tell it what you want it to do, and then it just does it, right? For very precise measurements. It can do calligraphy also. And so I bought it on Treasure Truck, and it is, yeah. So yeah, oh Lord, this Cricut is money. And that's what I'm getting into. So I quickly realized that I now already, after one shopping trip, own more expense in supplies than I do in the machine itself. So first of all, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the Holy Grail of craft stores, right? So I'm gonna go to Michael's. Yes, I say Michael's. I don't know why Todd makes fun of me. I don't say Michael's. I say Michael's. Michael's. Very country. That's one of the words. How many times have you gone to Joann's and Michael's? I know we don't have a good Joann's by us, so I don't really go there a lot. But do they have a Cricut section? Because that may make or break the situation. So I went to Michael's, and I'm there, and I'm looking at their section, and I had glanced at stuff on Amazon beforehand, and I was at Michael's, and I'm like, okay, I think this is expensive. Like, this looks like it is way overpriced for what it is. And I'm okay. So I've said this before. I don't think that companies should compete with Amazon on price. The reason you go to Michael's is not for price. You go there because it's the Holy Grail. It has everything that you might possibly need. It's very specialized. You can take it out with you at that minute, all that stuff. So there's all kinds of like value proposition for going to Michael's. But they were twice the fucking price, y'all. I'm not kidding. So I have this here. I got this as per example. This is the basic tool set. So this is the little squeegee thing, some scissors, some tweezers, a little scraper thing, and they call this a weeder. And it's to pick out the little pieces that come out. So Michael's was selling this for $26, which that seems like a lot to me. But also I was like, maybe it's not. I went to Amazon while I was standing in Michael's. I pulled up my Amazon app, and you can scan barcodes in the Amazon app, and it takes you to the exact product. I don't know if you are aware of that. The Walmart app does that too. So, and I did not think to check Walmart actually, but so I checked the Amazon. This exact item was being sold by Cricut, so it wasn't some random Joe Schmo, whatever. It was in a Cricut store in Amazon for $13. So it was half the price on Amazon, twice the price at Michael's. I'm like, no. So then I'm like scanning, boop, 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 the vinyls, I needed some more matte things that you stick them to. All that. Long story short, it still ended up spending like I think I paid $140 for the thing because it was on a Treasure Truck sale. And I think I'm doubled in now. I think I spent like $150 on supplies. And all of them were delivered by like 8 a.m. I did that on Saturday. So by 8 a.m. on Sunday, they were all on the front porch. But I could see how this is expensive. And then you add on top of it, are y'all Cricut fans? Any of y'all? So they have this like Cricut design studio also that you can be part of that has lots of templates and images and fonts and all of that kind of stuff. And normally you would pay licensing for the fonts and the images and all that stuff. But if you're a member of this, it's called Cricut Access, I think is what it's called. It's like $9 a month. And the first 30 days are free. So I'm like, well, I'm all there for a free subscription. And I am very, very good about, I will put on my calendar like the 29th day saying, check into your subscription, your Cricut subscription, or your whatever subscription to do that. But that right there is already that's $120 a year. If you sign up for a whole year, which I may upgrade to that, I do that sometimes. I think you save like $20, so it's $100. But still, I can see how this becomes a thing. But I love all the stuff. So I have done some. I was training on it. So Beth is asking, what have I made? So the first two things, I just put some cardstock in it and did some patterns just to see how that works, to get a feel for it. You have to put everything on like the sticky mat and then put it into it, and it cuts it, holds it in place, all that kind of stuff. So I made some of those. I made like a crown for Claire to put on her shelf and like a bear or something. Then, so then I got the vinyls, and Claire's like, "Oh, I want stickers for." She wanted stickers for life, so we selected a whole bunch of like outlines, single layer, single color. I've not gotten to figuring out how to do multiple layers. And I was going to do that yesterday, but I spent half the day figuring out how to make fried chicken. So we will see. But I'm thinking teacher gifts, Christmas ornaments. Here's my only complaint about it. I am not a huge fan of word art. You know, you can see I have a couple of things I got like that. Like, you never realize how weird your kids are until they start acting like you. That's what that says. What would Oprah do? And this one, I guess, says, what does it say? I'm not. Someone got this for me as a gift. I'm actually not funny. I'm just mean and people think I'm funny. Sorry. But so a lot of the Cricut stuff is life's better at the lake or live, laugh, love forever. You know, that kind of stuff. I'm not there for that. So I am trying to find things that like Christmas ornaments. Carrie wants to bedazzle and vajazzle her Starbucks card, all that kind of stuff. What else was I looking at? Like, there's like felt crafts that you can make, like hydrangeas out of felt that you put then on a wreath. I thought that was really cool. So I don't know. I am still figuring out what all, and then the calligraphy. I'm actually, and Eric, you might like this because Eric loves some fancy invitations. You can have it calligraphy. There's a spot you put a calligraphy pen and you tell it what you want it to write, and it. I actually am looking. I may do all my Christmas cards like that this year. I say that, and I'm totally not doing that because I get them pre-printed. Did you see the new Starbucks cups? Which ones, Monica? I have not. Carrie sent me something about some pink ones that were all diamond, like raised and stuff. I own like 5 of this one. It is my favorite because you don't lose the straw. It doesn't spill. The only downside to it is sometimes the ice gets stuck and then you can't put straw in it. Funny thing is, this cup has never had Starbucks in it ever. I bought them at Starbucks, but this is just iced tea at home. And I drink tons of water from them too. What else is on the agenda for today? We finished watching The Crown this weekend. We were catching up because, they're starting, I think they're in production for the final season of The Crown. Fantastic show, by the way. If you have not seen it and you're looking for something to watch, start over. There's 4 seasons out. The final season the 4th season is all about Prince Charles being a baby, basically, and Diana also being a baby. No one is coming out kind of unscathed in this. I love Helena Bonham Carter, though, who plays Princess Margaret. Monica's saying I love The Crown. So Princess Margaret is one of my favorite characters in the whole show. Michelle is asking, do you still ever drink wine on this show? So here's the deal on that. I was starting to drink too early, and then I was having too much to drink. So I am trying to delay my drinking, at least during the week. Fridays are an exception. During the week until at least 6 o'clock. So at 4:30, I'm not hitting it just yet. This week I might, because I'm off on Friday. We'll see. I'm off Friday and Monday. But The Crown is so good. So we finished that. Boycott until you start drinking again. I know. This is my impression of every man on The Crown. Oh, have you been there lately? What is the all of them talk like this? Is that how all British people talk? I mean, I know plenty of British people, but that did it. I shouldn't have done that. So they all talk like that. Especially Prince Philip and Charles. They don't really talk about the other Andrew very much. It's mostly Charles. And then I didn't really. Oh, Anne is. You did that well. I know. Todd is actually driving Todd nuts because I think he's very glad that the season is over, because literally every time Prince Philip would come on and say something, I would repeat him in my Prince Philip voice. that lockjaw. Crazy. Something interesting that we realized this weekend. We have not been in our swimming pool since at least June. Definitely not in the month of July and not the month of August. Isn't that crazy to have a swimming pool in Texas? Well, here's the reason. We don't like our swimming pool in July and August because Texas is too fucking hot, first of all, to be next to the pool. And our pool is shallow enough that we can heat it up quickly, like on a fall, spring, winter day. So in the summertime, I bet the pool right now is 90 degrees. That is not refreshing in the least. And it's fine. It's too hot to be outside. We sit inside. We look at it from inside, or we just don't. And because I know we haven't been in it in August because, well, I know June school got out. Then we left on vacation. Then we got back and almost immediately went to my grandfather's funeral. Then we got back and almost immediately went to Todd's parents' house. Then we got back and had COVID for 2 weeks. And then school started. So I know that we've not been in the pool at least since probably mid-June, even at the most recent. But it's great though, because if we have a day, like we've had family over, like for Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, here in Texas, we get one of those really, really nice, like holiday days where it's crisp, like the sun is out, so you can sit in the sun and be warm. And our pool, we can hear, it sounds like a freight train when we do it, but we can turn our pool on at like 8 in the morning, and by noon, it is warm enough to swim in. Why did this? My watch is so weird. It said, you did it. You just earned another hour towards your stand goal. Did I stand up? I think it's just my flamboyance. Yeah, anyway. And then last thing I have on my list, I don't know what else y'all have. I always say this. We all have to talk about. But the interesting thing about so many people are on the hunt for these COVID tests now. I told y'all I need to buy them in advance. So these Binacs now from Abbott Laboratories, they're selling out all over the place. The thing that is hilarious to me, though, is if you look at where they're selling out. Beth and I actually were just talking about this before I came live, is the suburbs, the rich white people suburbs, sold out. Every store, sold out, sold out, sold out. None. Beth is having her sister buy them in New Jersey and ship them to her, right? And I was right about the test. Thank you, Beth. I love being right. But if you go to the CVS website and you look at where there is availability, my neighborhood, because I live on the rough side of town. I live in a very, very nice neighborhood, but it's a notoriously rough part of town. Well, not notoriously, stereotypically, untruly, but most people think of Oak Cliff and they're like, oh, bad part of town, right? That's where we live. But the all of the Oak Cliff CVSs have them. CVS is saying, yep, all of them have them. I think the only one that doesn't is the one right here in the ritzy part, the Custer Park area. I bought the test when you said, and we have them now. I am influencer on the dumbest shit, but it helps, right? Plenty by me. Okay, well, that's all I had on my list for today. Short list. State Fair starts this weekend. State Fair starts. Learn something interesting about the State Fair. So they're upping the price of the tickets, not the tickets to get in. That may be going up too, but the actual tickets, like where you use to buy things, like buy corny dogs or tater tornadoes or ice cream cones or whatever. Those tickets, they used to be 50-cent tickets. They're raising them to be $1 each. Now, I don't know how that's going to play out, but here's the hack. If you have old tickets, because they're forever good. If you have tickets from previous years that you have kept, they're honoring them at the new $1 rate per ticket. And you paid 50 cents for them because they've always been 50. You would get 40 for $20 or 100 for $50. Now it's 50 for $50, which is actually, I think that's going to come back to bite them in the ass, honestly. But the coupons, that is what, yeah, the coupons. Sorry, Michelle. That's what they are. They're not tickets. They're coupons. Although, do they call them tickets or coupons? Yeah, I think it is coupons. I think you're right. But they're honoring the old ones. So you doubled your investment. If you were a hoarder and you kept track of those tickets, If I could turn back time. Am I going to the state fair? No. I don't like the state fair. I mean, I will go sometimes. Like if the kids really, 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 really want to go, we will go like on a weeknight, or I'll pick them up early from school one day, or just go straight away from school. I just will not go on a weekend. I will not. I used to take my staff every year, my team, but none of us actually had that great of a time, and it was like an $800 outing once you do coupons and parking and all of that kind of stuff. And yeah, so now I'm not a fan, and I already have nice cars. I don't need to see the car show. There's no one I really want to see in concert. Occasionally they have like a fun display or whatever, but and especially now that you can get Fletcher's Corny Dogs pretty much everywhere. They even have don't they have a restaurant now? I think it's a different family member, but I think it's the original recipe. The only thing I get at the state fair that I don't really ever get anywhere else, or don't think I could, is the tater tornadoes. Those are or tornado taters, however you say it. It's where they take the potato and they spin it, and it turns into like this one big like mess of chips, all like a single layer. Deep fry that thing, then put a bunch of seasoning on it. I love those. So, I would call them food tickets. I agree, but I think that they use them for, actually, you know what? The ride tickets and the food tickets and the game tickets are not the same thing. And Monica calls those ribbon fries. Well, at State Fair, they call them tater tornadoes. Jody says, I always give my leftover coupons on the way out to a cute guy. How's that paid off for you? So the other thing is, there's never pay full price to get into the state fair, because there's always, always, always some special. Bring a can of something, bring a this or that or something. So, so what are y'all saying? Hannah took a test today, negative. Well, good. You might want to, if you're not symptomatic and you were just exposed to somebody, you might want to take it again in a couple of days. I did too, and I have only one left. COVID is going crazy at schools up in here. We did get the notice at our school today, the first one of the year. So what else? Cute guy has a lot of 50-cent tickets he just doubled up on. I know. Mental note. Go when Jody is there and walk in after him. Maybe he'll give you some tickets that are worth something. Okay. Well, with that, I am done for the day. I really should not have done that British accent. My throat is burning now from that. So with that, I'm going to say bye. I love you. It's important to know you are loved. Love that you watched this. Thank you. And take care of yourself. Find yourself a Binax Now test if you don't have one. You can't order them online. You have to actually go get them physically now, because they're sold out everywhere. And take care of yourself. I'll see you tomorrow at 4:30 for another episode of Cooped Up Live. Should I say bye? Turn this damn thing off.